Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh. I'm the guy who's now done 3 streams over on Dortmund's Twitch. We drew against Mainz. We lost to Gladbach. And now to top it all off, we lost to Freiburg. So, we'll see what Josh's future has in store. If they will get sick of my results or not. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, like it's just so deflating, to say the least. It's so many issues with the team right now, and it can mean so much to this team. It's gonna be hard for them to think, oh yeah, like bad season this year, that's fine, great season next year. That's not gonna be the case if we don't get a top 4 finish. If we don't get a top 4 finish, we are in so much trouble. It's not even funny. So I'm here today though to do the 5 takeaways. And I was doing it, I've made a couple in mind, but I want to do more of a community 5 takeaways. So the floor is now on you guys. Toss in some takeaways. There could be 5, there could be 45. It doesn't matter to me. I will try to address as many as I can and talk with you guys as well about what's going on. But the first takeaway from me is going to be the knock-on effect. Now, this game, either way, should have been a win for us. It really should have, on paper, and for several reasons. But the one big knock-on effect I saw was how tired we were. Now, if we could have finished off a second division team like Paderborn in regulation in 90 minutes, we wouldn't have had to play an intense 30 minutes on these already exhausted legs. Because don't get me wrong, this start was atrocious. We got absolutely outplayed. They pressed us way better than we pressed them, which again makes sense. A lot of these players played 120 intense minutes in a cup game against Paderborn. That has an effect. That has a knock-on effect. And we came out slow. We didn't press as hard. We weren't into the game as well as, honestly, Freiburg was. And both of Freiburg's goals were led because of hard presses as well as poor goalkeeping. And that's just been an issue for us. So, and it may not have changed things, but I really think if we could have finished that game out like we should have against a second division team in Paderborn in 90 minutes, these legs would have been a little bit fresher than they were. And we got better as the subs came on. We took off more tired legs. We were able to start creating more chances. We ended up getting the goal. But it's way deeper than just that. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But let's go into some comments. We'll get in some more takeaways from you guys. Lucas here, first one here, says hello. Well, this is awkward. I'm so sad, mad, and angry. I'm too. That's a good way of putting it. It's very frustrating. What do you think the main problem is for our team? Our defense, our midfield, our manager? Again, I want to be careful what I say because I try to take things with a grain of salt, and I try to be more optimistic about it. And I'm working for Dortmund, so want to stay positive, but if I'm being completely honest, I think a lot of it is stemming down to Terzic. A good manager can lead to good results. And unfortunately, for Terzic, he hasn't been any better than Favre. I'm not saying keeping Favre was the right option. I saw a lot of people in the Twitch chat saying we should have kept Favre. I don't think that's the case. I think that sacking Favre was the right decision. Unfortunately, Terzic hasn't been able to balance out the team. He's had some good results, and he's had some pretty poor and inconsistent results. And for me, Terzic isn't doing enough. He can't really rally this group of players. He's making wrong decisions, and it's honestly very frustrating to see what's going on right now. I'm not putting all of it on Terzic, not a chance. Everyone's accountable for different areas of this team, but whatever Terzic seems to be doing from time to time, he can't be able to replicate it night in, night out. And whether it's starting the wrong personnel, starting players who played the 120 minutes, and whether it's pressing, I don't know. The boys aren't getting fired up, and there's so much to do with it. Can't wait for summer transfers. Hope this team changes the goalkeeper and defense. It will, but again, guys, if we don't get top 4, which is now my second takeaway, if we don't get top 4, and we keep having results like this, our team isn't going to look like what we probably should. Our team is going to look so different. We need a top 4 finish. It is important for the type of money and revenue we'll generate from Champions League football to be able to get Marco Rose, to get a team built around Marco Rose, Neuhaus, I mean, I don't think we should get Depay, but if we do, have the money to sign Depay, we might be able to get these new replacements, but they will be at a much lower tier if we don't get Champions League football. Please stop streaming on Twitch. BBB never wins. I'm not telling you to stop Twitch. Just stay away for some time. I don't know. We were live in front of 12,000 people on Twitch, which was very, very insane. And then it just wanted to scream and cry the entire time because of a poor result. But I mean, I don't know, man. I am a superstitious kind of person, and we have not been finding good results over on their Twitch, which is ridiculous. Producer T is doing a great job. Yes, he absolutely is. Bench Royce. Royce did get pulled, but I mean, Royce wasn't someone who played a ton of minutes. I mean, in my opinion, it was probably the right decision to take off Royce because he's having a tough game. But man, Chan played and Sancho played. These guys in Holland have so much minutes on them right now. It's wild to see. And I don't know, man. There's a lot going wrong in the pitch. It's Sancho Flo's birthday today, though, guys, so give him a shout-out. Give him a happy birthday wish. Disappointing for him. What is happening to Dortmund, man? I don't know. The guys just aren't figuring it out. There's a lack of energy in this club right now. They came out so flat-footed. They got outran by Freiburg, and rightfully so. They were down 2-0. Bit of poor goalkeeping as well doesn't help. And eventually, they wake up and think, oh, right, we're in a game. We need to start playing better and actually making active runs and playing like a team, and it's just too little too late. We see it a lot with this Dortmund team. It's pretty frustrating how every single game our opponents just need to shoot for 25 yards out to score. It is true. I said this game looks a lot like the Mainz game. I mean, we weren't playing good, but we did have more possession because we have a higher quality team. And then they take a shot from about 30 yards out, and we're down 1-0. And then another shot that should never have gone in. Soft hands by Hit, slips through, hits the post, off his hands, back in. Oh, man. Guess y'all are becoming the AC Milan of Germany. Yeah, it's hard, man, to switch mid-season from obviously a manager in the tactics and trying to get someone who hasn't done this before. That's why I was a little surprised we didn't go out and get a player that or a manager. We didn't address any of the other issues, and it's a lot of things. But yeah, both their goals were both goals that should have probably been saved. So just one counter press and opened up our defense. Yes, it did. Where are we? Oh my lord. Okay, a lot of comments here. I need to probably pick them up. What about playing with two strikers from the first minute? Maybe something to address. I don't know. I personally don't like playing with two strikers. I don't think it'd be good, but at this point, why not? Manager has to be part of the problem. Terzic has no experience to coach and has already as many losses as Favre. It's well said, and that's why I wanted to honestly talk about Terzic, because it's not working. What he's doing is not working. He doesn't have the experience, clearly. We need a manager who can rally the troops. But he's what we got for the rest of the season, so we gotta get him something. We gotta get some results, because top four is gonna really, really hurt us if we don't get it. Do you think a new formation like a 4-4-2? I would like to see Mukuku and Holland up front together. Again, I don't think 4-4-2 is a traditional formation to work very well. If anything, maybe a diamond, the 4-1-2-1-2 can maybe work. And maybe Royce or Brandt, Reyna as Cam, Mukuku, Holland up front. It's worth maybe a look, but I'm not a fan of a 4-4-2. But at this point, I'll try anything. I feel your pain, man, as an Oilers fan. We always want to win the cup and are disappointed. Yeah, you need to go for Allegri. You won't get top four. We'll keep an eye out for our FIFA 21 career mode. We got a little Allegri content in there, but we will not be going for Allegri. We'll be getting a German-speaking manager, which I'm 90% sure it's going to be Rose. Absolutely embarrassing. Players showed no fight. Depressing. I don't think we can get top four. It was a pretty depressing effort, and it was very uncomfortable to see. Hits and Berkey out. We're going to be addressing the goalkeeper situation in the summertime, man. There's no doubt about that. But, man, there's nothing we can do about it now. Allegri wouldn't work right now. He's a defensive coach, and we barely have any defenders. True, plus he will never be an option because he doesn't speak German. Upper management have a hell of a lot of work to do. Our recruitment is garbage. 200 million spent, and there's so many holes in the squad. Yeah, guys, there's going to be a real reshuffle, man. We see probably both goaltenders potentially leaving. Paslak as well as Schultz. We can see Dahoud leave. It's going to be a real rebuild, but we need that Champions League money to do it. We absolutely do. It's going to kill us if we don't have it. Yes, we should get Allegri, but again, guys, we won't. Josh, tell me a bit about Reyna. Reyna was quiet, as Reyna's been quiet a lot. I mean, he's been better, a little bit better out on the wing. He played in a 4-1-4-1 on a right midfielder position. He drifted in, he drifted in when he could at the middle of the park, but for the most part, pretty underwhelming again from Reyna. He's definitely out of form, and he got yanked for Renier, which tells you everything about Reyna's performance. Allegri won't come because of COVID, money, and the fact he didn't speak German. I really think we need to try. I don't know, man, but I think we got to stick with hits. I don't think switching goaltenders left, right, and center is going to get any more of an answer. If the young kid goes in, he can easily concede early. Confidence is down. I don't have any issues with hits. It's got to be a Hits or Berkey for me going forward. I know they're not ideal, they're not playing well, but it's got to be one of the two. And yes, we should have picked up a center back partner, but we didn't. We didn't address anything in the transfer window, and not even a loan signing, which is going to hurt us. Allegri is the best option. He is. Guys, we're not going to sign a manager who can't speak German. So any manager you want to hypothesize and hypothetically put in this team, it's not going to happen. I would love to put Allegri. I'm going to make a fun little career mode about it on FIFA 21. You know, get ready for it. But in reality, he will not come. That's why Pochettino wasn't even looked at. It's going to be Rose or Marsh, probably, if they want the job. Reyna should go back to the bench. He hasn't been good since December. Yes, I agree. Maybe start. That's why I'm thinking, man, maybe another change of shape. Maybe a 4-1-2-1-2. Mukuku, who's been looking good with Holland up front, who was very poor today. Very, very poor. And then either Brandt, Royce, Sancho, but then that gets Sancho. Maybe Sancho can play as a 10. I don't know. Time to change up the trainer-keeper. Yeah, maybe. We'll need to sell at least either Sancho or Holland. More than likely, if one of the two goes, it's going to be Sancho, guys. And that'll bring in a lot of money. What about a 4-1-2-1-2, since we don't have any type of wingers? We could. But then that's going to leave Reyna, Brandt, and Royce out of the starting 11. Probably Sancho would play as the 10, Holland and Mukuku strikers. So that's why it's hard to... Maybe a 4-4-2 is right. I don't know, man. It's so hard. Nothing is working right now. It's getting the tactics honestly right and getting them in the right positions. And I thought the 4-1-4-1 would have been a good look for Freiburg. I did, but we didn't have enough possession because we had tired legs, which just bit us in the butt. Hi, bro. Chris is sad. I'm sad. We're all sad. The problem is we're all over the pitch, including the coach. BBB shouldn't have sacked Favre. We honestly should have, but I thought we were sacking Favre and maybe going for another manager. But we wanted Rose or we wanted Marsh, we wanted Nagelsmann, whoever it was. We wanted a manager who was taken. So we went with the cheap option and we kept Terzic in, and we're seeing really no change. So if we really don't get top 4, hoping we will, would you rather Europa League or no European football at all? I love the Europa League. I've always been a big fan of the Europa League. I would love to see the Europa League because, yes, it's not the Champions League, and yes, maybe it's better to have no European football, but no, not a chance. I love European competitions. When we lost that Liverpool game in the Europa League, I was devastated. That was a competition where we were heavy favorites, and why not lift the Europa League if we can? But I do take your point. No Europa League will help us focus on the Bundesliga. But guess what? If we don't win the Bundesliga, then we don't win anything. At least if we were in the Europa League, we'd have a realistic chance of being the favorite. So still, it's not good enough. We need Champions League football. But if we were in the Europa League, I mean, I would want to win that competition as much as any of the others. And another thing with Europa League, if we were in the Europa League hypothetically this season and we won it, we get automatic Champions League position. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the Europa League, and I would love to win that. Hi from BBB, fan from Germany. What's going on, my friend? Welcome to the chat. Best chances of changing the manager was Masson, even though he's not happening because he's doing so good with the U23s. Terzic will stay for the rest of the season. Yeah, no, Terzic will be our manager for the rest of the season. No doubt about it. I have no words right now. I'm so mad, as am I. Reyna is overrated in my opinion. Hazard should take his minutes when he's back. I agree. I don't think Reyna's overrated by any stretch. I think he's on a run of very poor form, but he's playing really, really out of position. He's a number 10, guys. He really is. He's not doing well on the wings, and it's really showing. Hazard is a winger. Hazard is definitely missed, and I miss the guy. I want him back. We need to win in the Champions League to qualify for Champions League football. We do. Very unlikely, but we do. Hits and Berkey are S sheet, but Hits is still a bit better. I wouldn't say Hits is better, man. I think I think Berkey is a better goalie. I just think he's too inconsistent, but I don't know, man. I don't know what the right option is. I'd probably toss Berkey back in net. Hits had his moment, but he needs another goaltender signing. We know that, and it's probably going to come in the summertime. And especially if we don't get Champions League football, man, we're going to be going for Glashy for that 10 million, 100%. Rose is coming. Marsh is crazily overrated. I would prefer Rose, man. I just think he's a little more stable than Marsh. I think Marsh would be more of a wild card, which we don't need anymore, man. We need just a manager with a clear goal, young manager who want to be here for years to go. I'm all in for Marco Rose if he wants this job. Massan, please just come for the rest of the season. I don't want to mess with the U23s, man. They're doing beautiful, and I don't want to put him in this pressure. It's too much for probably him to handle. It's Teresic's job for the rest of the season. We need a 4-4-2 with Mukuku and Holland. I mean, again, that would mean that more than likely Brandt, Royce are out. Sancho on one side, potentially Reyna until maybe Brandt or even Hazard's back, and then Mukuku and Holland up front. It's taking too much of our big guys out. It's tough. All right, everybody, listen to me. I'm very sad and depressed about this damn performance, but at least there's still a lot of games left. Yeah, there is a lot of games left, guys. There is, but I don't know, man. It's not looking good. The performances are not consistent. They're as bad as they are good, but they need to figure something out. Oh, where are we? I heard that Sancho preferably wanted to play as a number 10. Well, he might with Mukuku and Holland in front of him. Takeaway for me, I don't think we should start Mukuku. I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going to work, because each and every game it seems like we get the tactics and the formation wrong. I didn't have an issue with the 4-1-4-1. Thought it might have worked out well. Obviously did not. Bayern now is here to laugh at me. He knows that the struggle on Twitch is real. BVB is going to get bullied if we continue football like this. What's Stoger doing these days? I'm not sure what Stoger's doing. You guys won't qualify for anything with Terzic. Well, our team is what it is, so we need to figure something out. Terzic has got to get a formation he likes. He's got to stick with it, and we got to start putting some results together. We're not going to complain that we should have done this, should have done that. This is what we got. Terzic will be our manager for the rest of the season. The personnel is what it is, but the performances are awful right now. There's too inconsistent for my liking, and I don't know what the best formation is. I thought the 4-1-4-1 would work, but the 4-1-4-1 I said could still work out. Guerrero goes up to a wing position. Sancho is over on the right. Throw in someone on the left back. I don't know, man. There's so much to dissect. But yeah, I mean, Europa League is looking more and more likely, which is just a shame. But there is a ton of football to be played. Why can't we score from outside the box? We don't hit enough balls, man. We like to pass our way until pretty much in front of goal. DFB Cup Pokal? Yes. And yeah, I mean, even if we win the Pokal, guys, it doesn't get us Champions League football. Europa League, Josh, I know you didn't just say that, how big of a club we are, trailing behind teams like that. Chris, I said I'd rather Europa League than nothing. I've made it very clear on the channel, if we don't get Champions League football for the club that we are, the word you're looking for is catastrophic. No other word sums it up besides that. The financial implications on this club, transfer targets, potential managers, everything stems down to Champions League football. Chris, I'm 100% not satisfied with Europa League football. I had a question that said, Josh, would you prefer Europa League or nothing? The point was, if you had nothing, you could focus on the league. I would still prefer Europa League football. Mainly because It's a competition that we can win, European competition, and it even so, it gives players, a lot of clubs like United, for example, when they play in the Europa League, Chelsea when they play in the Europa League, whoever plays in the Europa League from one of the Premier League big boys, they play a lot of their youth players and give the team more of a shake-up because the competition's a little, obviously, less, and then they can get results even playing lower-end teams. So that's my point there. Hoping Zagadou could return. I'd like to see Zagadou come in. I'd like to see Hazard come in, man. We could desperately use them. I'm assuming you're joking when you said the discard. Yes, it was a joke. Dortmund did not cut me from their Twitch. I made a joke. I did not get sacked. But Berkey is better. He is, but both of them are on such poor form, it's hard to watch. Could not watch the game. What was the biggest problem? Poor start. Getting a little bit of lag here, I think. Might be my Wi-Fi. Sorry about that. But I think it's good now. We had a very, very, very poor start. We came out tired. We came out sad. So, Josh, we've seen quite a few goalkeepers being linked. Who's your favorite? Mine is Strakovski. He's probably mine too. Again, though, depends what kind of money we have to play with. I think Strakovski will probably cost 20 to 30 mil. Galashi will probably cost 5 or 10 to 15. So it depends on who we can get. Hitz was an absolute shocker today. He was. Jesse Marsh sounds like fun. I'd choose him because it's funny. Europa League. But first, let's have a moment to thank our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. I feel like Marco Rose is gonna get us close to what Favre did a second, which is not good enough. Yeah, guys, I said there's no manager out there, in my opinion, who can take us to the next level unless we get Klopp back. Maybe we have a romantic storyline finish if Liverpool sack him. But like out of what we have, Rose is the best option, hands down. How's our stream doing, T? It looks like it's struggling a little bit.
It is struggling a little bit.
Alright, guys. We may cut it early just because the stream is looking a little leggy. Don't want it to die on you guys. We'll see if we can get it to act a little better. And I'll try to address a few more comments, but it's looking like it's struggling. I don't know about Marco Rose. I've heard he's really good, but I don't know what type of style he runs. He is defensively or attacking. I mean, we played Gladbach and they destroyed us. Rose is definitely an attack-minded coach. He plays in a 4-2-3-1 as a preferred formation and can switch into a 4-1-2-1-2. I think he'll fit in well at Dortmund. I don't think he's exactly what we need to take us to the next level, which I've stated many times. But out of our options, Marco Rose is by far the best option, and I would take him at this point. 4-1-4-1 leaves us too much space for the opponents to press. Delaney had no support. Yeah, man, the Freiburg pressed us so hard and so well, and it led to turnovers, which led to 25-yard shots on goal. Ridiculous. The CL spot is still up for grabs. Yes, it is. But we need to figure it out quick, guys. The main thing is if Frankfurt gets a result here, we are at least 2 games away from trying to take it over. They need to splash the cash. They won't have the cash if we don't get Champions League. Szczesny would be a huge signing. He would, but again, man, I still think that's going to be an expensive signing. I don't know exactly. Sammer should have come. I would have liked to see that. That would have been fun. He hasn't coached his team. I don't think he's coached football in general since 2004, maybe? No plan B. All BS. Europa League team. We'll see, man. We'll see. Rose or whoever, is really there a reason to still believe in this club? Yes, there is. We're fans of Borussia Dortmund. This is a club that we love. I mean, it's the same kind of season as the one that Peter Stoger dragged us to a top 4 finish. We need a top 4 finish so we can set up next season and have any type of success. There's a lot of good names linked to this club. This team needs a reshuffle. It's going to be fun to cover. A lot of transfer rumors, a lot of talk. It's going to be super cool to go through it with all of you guys. But we're going to have to just wait and see what's happening here. But I don't know if Rose can win the league, man. But from what's available, he's the best we got. I just want a no BS manager who doesn't complicate things and plays attacking football. Well, Rose could be your guy there. Best of what it is. Our short passes have been really bad this season. No long balls can help because teams sit very deep. I genuinely believe it's a personnel issue. It's a whole bunch of issues, man. It comes down to the manager. It comes down to the players. It's just not working very nicely for us right now. It is what it is. It's why we're sitting in a Europa League spot. It's going to be very interesting to dissect. But it is what it is. So, that'll be the last question for today, guys. Those are our takeaways. I know I only really named 2. I mean, 3 would be the formation. Tactics were off today. 4 was the goaltending. It wasn't good enough. 2 25-yard shots beat us relatively easy. And 5, the team didn't wake up and didn't decide to go for it until we actually were down in a hole and realized, oh, we need to wake up. So, the luck on Dortmund's on Twitch isn't there for me. But we'll keep striving away. There's going to be a lot more to dissect. This team is in a bit of chaos right now, but hopefully we can manage. We can find some results. All we need to do this season is get top 4. And it's going to start with a few back-to-back results, which we're desperately going to need. We have winnable games all through the month of February. So we'll see what we can do, guys. So if you are new around here, definitely be sure to comment, like, and definitely subscribe. Share our channel, guys. Keep helping us grow. It means a lot to us. We are doing an excellent job here. You guys are absolutely amazing. We are going to be doing some FIFA content. The goal is to start our FIFA 21 career mode tomorrow at some point. We'll see. It's not 100%, but that is a goal, so keep an eye out for that. Join our Discord as well. We have a little competition going. We're getting the Discord's best ever Borussia Dortmund 11. We're going to make a video versus our best 11. So a lot of fun stuff coming up for you guys. I know this is a bitter result, disappointment, but hopefully tomorrow we can regroup with some FIFA and have a little bit of fun on the channel. But until next time, guys, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and we will see you soon.